Welcome to our channel. Today, we are going to explain a science fiction fantasy drama movie called Moon. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. The film begins with the manages of our world coming to an end due to the energy crisis. The film is set in the future where people are dying due to lack of resources, and natural disasters are taking place now and then to meet the needs of mankind. A company named Lunar Industry sets up a base camp on the moon and gets helium-free once they discover that helium-free can be a great alternative to meet their energy demands. Now, helium-3 is an element that isn't produced on Earth due to a magnetic field around it, but Lunar Industries discover that the moon has no magnetic field around it and is nurtured with helium-3. Lunar Industries plants giant harvesters on the moon that extract the helium-3 and send it back to Earth within 3 days, which fulfills 70 of their needs. They appoint one astronaut on a 3-year contract to look after the harvesters and launch the helium-filled tanks back to Earth. Sam is the current astronaut that has been serving the Lunar Industries on a 3-year contract. He has been given a base camp where he lives and gets looked after by an air robot called Gertie. Sam records his video messages and sends them to his family because the live video streaming function has been corrupted, and for some reason the Lunar Industries aren't getting it fixed. Sam's mental state is shaking with each passing day since the video messages he sends are received by his family after several days, and vice versa. As they respond, it takes weeks for Sam to receive a message from his wife and baby daughter. He becomes bored as time passes, but now Sam has anticipated to meet his family since his 3-year contract is about to end within the next 2 weeks, and he can't wait to go back to Earth and be reunited with his family. However, in the last 2 weeks, Sam starts to hallucinate an abandoned girl around him. He sees the girl for the first time in a space station where he's pouring himself hot water for his coffee. He mistakenly leans forward his hand instead of the mug and burns his hand severely. That same day, he is sent to take out the helium-3 filled tanks from a harvester and launch them back on Earth. He goes out on his car but starts seeing the girl again. He loses concentration and gets into an accident. His car hits one of the harvesters and gets tipped over. Sam thinks inside his car, but when he opens his eyes he finds himself inside his base camp where Gertie the robot is standing beside him. He is shocked and wonders how he was brought in, but Gertie assures him that he found him outside and took care of everything that day. Sam tries to stand up on his feet, but he has trouble walking. He feels that he's never walked before in his life. Just when he can't get enough of that feeling, he catches Jerky informing the current situation of the people of Lunar Industries through a live video session. He grows suspicious and asks Jersey how is he on a video call when the live streaming function was corrupted and never got fixed. Dirty lies and says he was only recording a message where he was reporting their current update to the company. Sam is convinced, but his suspicions become stronger when he tried to go out and fix the harvester the next day and is commanded to not leave his base camp. When Sam asks Geordi to open the gates, he suggests taking permission from the company first, and the company bluntly denies it. This has Sam worried, and he starts wondering why the company is being protective of him. He cannot bear to waste his last days inside the base camp, so he purposefully short-circuits some thick cords and brings the problem to Geordie's attention. Jody fixes it, but Sam insists on checking the system from outside the base camp. He finally convinces Geordie to open the station gates for him. He goes out in his spacesuit and goes back to see where his accident occurred. There he is beyond shocked to see someone who looks exactly like him unconsciously laying in the car that is still tipped over. He takes out the man and gets him back into the base camp. The man opens his eyes after a while and starts looking around. Since this guy has a bandage on his hand, it is indicated that it's the actual Sam that was first shown in the film who hallucinated a girl and poured boiling water onto his hand. The actual Sam is Sam A and the other one is Sam B. Sam A looks upon Sam B and wonders if he has started to hallucinate. To confirm his suspicion, he asks Jerky if there is someone else present in the room. Geordie replies with a suggestion of closing his eyes and getting some rest. Sam B is also confused about the situation, so if he leaves the room soon. Sam A gets up, puts on his robe and gets out of the medical bed. He comes out and sees Sam B rope skipping and assumes that he's the real one and Sam B is his clone, and likewise with Sam B, he thinks he's real and the guy he just brought in is his clone. When the two are forced to spend time together in the base camp, that gets into multiple arguments. Sam B has a theory that there may already be multiple other clones of them hidden somewhere in here because Sam A fainted during the accident and got cloned into Sam B that was told to lie by Dirty about him getting into an accident and being saved by him. He believes in this theory because no company can send a man to the moon for replacement so fast. To confirm his theory, he starts looking for more clones in every possible corner but finds nothing. Meanwhile, Jordy informs Sammy that he hasn't reported to the company that Samby has found him in the accident, or that there are 2 clones on the base that know the secret, though he cheers that Sam is still alive. Subsequently, both Sams gets into a physical fight. This is Sam shocked because he was very calm, and to see Samby being this aggressive he becomes sad. He reports everything to Dirty and asks why both of them are the same, but have completely opposing behaviors. Here Jordy unveils the truth. With a sad face on the screen, he tells Sama that both of them are clones. He further reminds Sama of an incident from 3 years ago where Sam was told he got into an accident and lost all his memory. He was then sent to the moon for 3 years. When Sam agrees that this happened, Jody shatters his reality by saying he was a clone and was first brought to use 3 years ago. All clones are told the same lies when they are opened for the first time. He also states that Samby was brought to use because they thought Sama had died, but luckily he's alive and functioning well. Here Sama is confused and asks how he has memories of his wife and daughter if he's not real. Jordy sadly mentions that all the clones of real Sam are created with his own DNA, and the real Sam's memories are also planted inside the clones, so they don't feel suspicious of their existence. To find out the truth about his existence, Sama becomes disappointed and sad. Sam then happens to cross paths with Samby once again. Samby has picked up a few cues in the past few days. He tells Sama that he wasn't allowed to go out, and when he did he found Sama the first duplicate. He also states that he caught Journey video chatting the company, but Sama doesn't agree. He thinks the satellites are broken and cannot be fixed in the coming years, because that's what he was told. While Samby tries to convince Sama about the video call thing, they receive a message from Jordy which says that the company is sending a rescue team to fix the harvester, whereas they are coming to take care of Sam's accident so that the new clone doesn't find out about the accident and gets back to working on the harvesters. What they know is that the new clone is being held unaware inside the base camp by Gertie. Both Sams get inside a car and go out to locate a jammer that's blocking all the radio signals so that the clones don't come in contact with the Earth. Sama finally gets convinced and becomes more disturbed. All of a sudden he spits out blood and his condition becomes worse. He goes back inside the camp and vomits. His teeth also start falling off. In this situation he gets on the computer to get some answers, but the computer has a passcode that's unknown to him. Luckily Jordy shows up and puts in the password for him. When Sama asks why he helped, Jordy replies that he was programmed to help Sam clones regardless of the situation. This indeed was a big flaw made by the company. Anyway, Sam gets inside the computer and finds the previously recorded videos of other Sam clones and finds out that there's no such thing as a contract or going back to Earth. A clone is programmed to function for only 3 years. Once they completed their lifetime, they start to become ill. They are then told to rest inside a casket that will be sent back to Earth, where they will be united with their family, but in reality it turned the clone back into junk. Sama then musters the strength to get up and visit the chamber where they keep the casket. Sam also remembers that he first opened his eyes in this casket and was told he had an accident that caused in memory loss. He starts looking around and finds a secret chamber underneath it. Samby also arrives there. Both Sams enter the hidden chamber and find hundreds of clones of the real Sam that are packed in to be used. After every 3 years they come out of the chamber, and Sama goes out on his mobile to video call his wife. Sadly, the call is received by a 15-year-old girl who claims to be Sam's daughter. She says that her mother passed away 15 years ago. When Sama asks the reason, she calls her father and Aston, who is calling for mom. Sam realizes by the sound that the real Sam is living with his daughter and immediately ends the call. When he comes back he finds out that Samby has found out about the daughter and real Sam too. Samby comes up with a plan where he asks Jervy to take out another clone for them. Jordy denies the permission since he is scared that the rescue team is arriving any minute and will find out about their secret. However, on Constant insists, Dirty takes out a new clone of sand and places it on the medical bed. Here Samby reveals that he is going to put the clone at the accident site and will send Sam to Earth inside a launcher that takes back helium to Earth. Within 3 days he will pretend to be the new Sam who doesn't know anything about the accident. This way the rescue team will not suspect anything. At first Sam gets inside the chamber that was going to be loaded with helium tanks, but then he realizes that he is dying since he has fulfilled his time. He requests Samby to put him back at the accident site and hide himself inside the chamber with helium tanks, so that he gets to go to Earth and reveal the dirty secret without dying. He then suggests leaving the third clone on the bed so the teen can know Samby is inside the base. This way they'll never know there was another Sam taken before him. Their plan succeeds. The team arrives and meets Samby, which is actually Samcy Sam AC Samby's launcher heading to Earth, and dies in peace. The team fixes the harvester and wipes out all the evidence of the accident so that the new clone doesn't suspect anything. By the end of the film, Lunar Industries hits a downward spiral since Sembi the clone reaches Earth and busts their unethical and secret projects of cloning people on the moon. Lunar Industries loses all its shares and faces major backlash for the monstrosity. In their defense, they state that an actual person is not capable of spending this much time on the moon due to low gravitational force, yet the company needed a person to run the harvesters 24/7. This is why they had to come up with a cloning idea. They created hundreds of clones because even a clone couldn't perform for more than 3 years on the moon. However, by giving the clones fake memories and false hopes of getting back to Earth, the company faces hatred from everyone. Subscribe to see more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.